We are in the Supreme Court today contending for a very fundamental principle of justice, that justice is open, that justice is transparent, and that we do justice in the light. And actually how we have a sane and civilised society where we do good, where we look after one another, is when our actions are done in the open. It's very simple. When everything is done well, when everything is done according to good medicine, good practice and good law, then no one anywhere has anything to hide.
We're just here to show support to the other families, and we just understand how important it is for the clinicians and doctors to be named in these situations, because it already in the system is very unfair what you go through. So for a doctor to be hidden and not being able to speak about who it is wrong.
Well, the idea is patients' wish must be heard first, and that should be the utmost priority. And given that the patient is also, mentally sound, which is a big part in my sister's case, because ultimately she wanted the care and treatment, and she was given the gagging order, which we condemned back then and we still condemn now, and any family in the future should not go through something called gagging order, and everyone should be able to openly tell their story.
I just want to tell my story about my son, and they don't want me to do that. He was on life supporting machine. He was let down by the system. He didn't deserve that. And we need to change the system. It's not acceptable that clinicians can just hide under the veil, so to speak, having harmed their patients.
Our Zainab has gone. I can't do anything about that, but I don't want to see any other Zainab following into her path, where she was not very well treated, there was secrecy, and doctors ganged up to make sure that her life was cut short.
It's enough. Let people tell their stories. There's no threat to no one. There's no threat. Why would you gag me where there's no threat anymore?
We believe very strongly. I am an NHS insider. I have worked for NHS from 1989. But I know that there is a growing thinking that people who are disabled, children who are disabled, who are not going to live long, they are a drain on resources.
It happened in COVID, didn't it?
Yeah. Their quality of life, their life is not worth protecting. Yes, these children have limited life expectancy, but that makes it even more important that they live happily and they are a source of happiness for the family. That should be respected.
Doctors are accountable at the end of the day when they're dealing with patients, but we understand that there is a fine line. And in my sister's case, we respect that doctors are there to do a job, and not all the time things go well. In my sister's case, there was repetition of things that was done by this doctor, and ultimately my sister wanted a change of doctor, a fresh pair of eyes to see her. So for second opinion and to reduce any sort of unconscious bias. So that was not offered to her, and we just kept ending up with the same doctor, and that was traumatic experience for the family and especially my sister.
I just hope that justice prevails and the right thing is decided by being able to name the doctors and clinicians involved. If they've got nothing to hide, then what's the big problem?
I thank God for the privilege of being able to come alongside these people, and I feel their pain. But there's a sense in which they know their pain and they know one another's pain. And today it's been really moving to see them come together in that deep bond of trust and in a deep bond of really having a shared cause to see justice done in the light.